title page. White writing on a purple background with a picture of a ginger cat. Self-care. Tips by and for trans, non-binary and intersex people. At the bottom is the Claire Project logo, supporting trans communities, campaigning for inclusion. Page 1. Title: What is self-care? Next to the text is a drawing of a ladder. Self-care is when we take deliberate action to look after our mental, emotional, and physical health. You can think of well-being as a ladder. Feeling perfectly well is at the top and feeling extremely unwell at the bottom. Self-care is when you take action to climb one small step up the ladder, wherever you were to start with. Which actions make up self-care is different for each of us. We asked some local trans and non-binary people what self-care means for them. Quotes: I think self-care means to nourish yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Music and swimming are two huge parts of it for me. End quotes. Think, where are you on the well-being ladder? And write, what does self-care mean to you? Page 2. Title: Self-care and self-worth. When we practice self-care, we are being kind to ourselves. We are acknowledging that our well-being is important, that we are important. If you struggle with low self-esteem, you might find it hard to self-care. You may not even feel like you deserve kindness. For those of us who feel this way, practicing self-care is even more important. We need to retrain our brains into remembering that we have worth, we have value, and we matter. At the bottom left, there is a drawing of a community member in an orange t-shirt, blue jeans, with a walking aid. In the middle, the text reads, if I drew a line and put people on it depending on how much I thought they deserved kindness, where would I put myself? Surely not at the bottom. This idea is represented with a blue line with yellow arrows pointing from top to bottom. At the top, we have my baby sister, from top to middle, most of the world, and at the bottom, evil dictator. Page 3. Title: Our bodies. Whether or not you have or want to medically transition, looking after our bodies is an essential ingredient in self-care. Many TNBI people feel discomfort or dysphoria with our bodies at times, but we can also learn to be proud of them. The truth is that TNBI bodies can be beautiful and strong, no matter their transition journey, age, size, or disability. On this page, we have an idyllic-looking house with bricks, a grey roof, windows, and a small white door, surrounded by trees, a picket fence, with purple petals on the floor. If you struggle to take care of your body, think of it instead as your home. If you don't like your home, you redecorate. You don't punch holes in the walls. Nurture your body like a home. Keep it clean and warm and feed it the gas and electricity, food, that it needs to run. shows 3 headings: date, emotions, comments. Below date is 2nd of February. Below emotions, anxiety, 3 stars, anger, 1 star. Below comments, anxious at dentist, bit angry when she ran late. Page 6. This page is divided into 3 sections. Section 1, E, early warning signs. Using your mood diary, you might notice that when you get stressed or your mental health starts to dip, you think or behave differently. Write. List which early warning signs you show when you start to get stressed. Next to this text are 3 pictures of grey clouds with get super grumpy, can't sleep, and call myself ugly written on each one. Section S. Strategies to cope. When you noticed some of these early warning signs, are there things you do which help you feel better? Draw. Draw yourself surrounded by things you find calming or helpful. Next to this text is a white dog on its back, rolling around, dreaming about things that make it happy, with a picture of a tennis ball, a carrot, another tennis ball, and a bone. Section T. Talk it out. Talking about our thoughts and feelings can help us to understand ourselves and help others to understand us. You might be able to talk to friends or family, a professional, GP, therapist, mental health team, a support group like us at the Claire Project, a helpline like the Samaritans or Mindline Trans Plus. Page 7. Title: Community. The ways that we self-care will always differ because us humans, we are all different. However, many of the messages we receive about self-care are produced by white, middle-class, cisgendered, able-bodied folk. Take a yoga class. Many of us will face barriers to accessing this type of self-care. A yoga class might cost money and not be disability inclusive. If you are TNBI, LGBTQ, a person of color, if you have no money or no home, if you are disabled or older or have caring responsibilities, or if you have multiple intersecting identities, the next page has some final words of advice for you from the fabulous TNBI community members who collaborated with us to produce this booklet. Next to this text, we have a picture of a person working out in purple yoga gear with striking tattoos, with a quote bubble saying, P.S. Yoga can be great and doesn't have to be expensive or inaccessible. Page 8, divided into 3 sections. The first section has a picture of a person in a white t-shirt, blue shorts, in a wheelchair, with a quote bubble saying, self-care is for everyone. Sometimes I think self-care is this regimented thing, when actually it is just letting go and not being hard on yourself. Just heal whichever way you can. The second section has a person in a red jumper, blue jeans, walking a dog. The dog has a speech bubble saying, woof. The person's speech bubble says it's okay to find it difficult. Sometimes self-care is just cuddling up in blankets. For me, self-care is a work in progress, that's for sure. I'm still doing a lot of learning. Third section. A person in a purple jumper, grey jeans and pink heels, with a quote bubble saying, reach out to your community. They might have ideas. It's normal to be scared when reaching out for the first time. You just have to try. Reading others' experiences has really helped me understand myself. Sometimes self-care is eating the vegetables and the cake. Page 9, title, Notes. This page is for you to write or draw your own ideas of how you can look after your own well-being. To get you started, think about if there is anything you found helpful in this booklet or if there is anything you think we have missed. On this page below, there is a large blank space for note writing. Page 10. This booklet was designed and produced by the Claire Project. This is the July 2020 edition. Booklet available in other formats on request. Below is a drawing of Brighton Pier. Contact details. Address: The Claire Project, Dorset Gardens Methodist Church, Dorset Gardens, Brighton, BN2 1RL. Email: info@claireproject.org.uk. Facebook, www.facebook.com/tcpbrighton. Twitter, twitter.com/The Clare Project. Credits: Writing and design, Luca White, Dashell, and other members of Community Consultation Group. Images: James Fox, The Gender Spectrum Collection. Statistics: Gire's Trans Mental Health Survey, 2012. Back page: white writing on a purple background with the 4 TNBI flags pictured. The Clare Project began in 2000 when a group of trans women started meeting in the back room of a hairdressing salon to discuss issues affecting their local community. We are now a registered charity run by and for trans, non-binary and intersex TNBI people in Brighton, Hove and East Sussex. We have welcomed thousands of TNBI people through our doors, regardless of their gender identity or expression. We run support groups, information sessions, workshops, and socials for local TNBI people, as well as providing information and training for individuals and organizations on TNBI community needs. Our contact details are on the last page of this booklet. Please get in touch with us for more information or to access our support. We are here for you. Below is the Clare Project logo, supporting trans communities campaigning for inclusion.